Welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson, and this week we've got a brand new show for you. We're going to take a look at a couple of different archery events that happen across the state. One that allowed bow hunters to get their hands on some brand new archery technology that's out there and available these days. And Jimmy's got some other wintertime fun for us too.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We do have a few more things on this week's show. We're going to kick off this week's show doing a little pike spearing. Now, we usually stop in with good friend of the show, Keith Stanton, at least once a winter to see what he's been up to. He's kind of our resident pike spearing guru. Jordan Brown spent some time on the ice with him. You're not going to want to miss that story. And we're going to stop in at actually with some of our friends at MUCC. We're going to see what one of their clubs has been up to get kids interested and excited in the sport of archery. Lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream. It's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Meyer, a destination for hunting, fishing, and camping. From bug spray and tents to GPS and gas, Meyer has nearly everything you need to take on nature and get you there. Meyer. By Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises of Munising, exploring Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore with its sandstone cliffs, caves, waterfalls, and lighthouses. Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises on the web at picturedrocks.com. By Country Smokehouse, offering a variety of meat products. Country Smokehouse is located 3 miles south of I-69 on M53 just south of Imlay City. Country Smokehouse is a meat processor, a butcher, and a destination for sportsmen.
Hi, I'm Jordan Brown. For this week's show, I was tagging along with good friend and crowd favorite Keith Stanton as I tried to spear my very first pike. Last year, Keith and I went out a couple of times to no avail, and we were hoping that this year we could get it done.
I'd been looking forward to getting back on the ice to try my hand at spearing again for quite some time, and I knew if anyone could put me on a big pike, it was Keith.
Well, we're here on an absolutely gorgeous Michigan morning. Temperatures are in the single digits, but it's still beautiful. The best part is we're going fishing today. Last year we tried a couple outings to get Jordan Brown his first pike via the spear, and we had a bunch of short fish come in the hole, but we never got the opportunity at that hog daddy pike he's been looking for. So today we finally got some decent ice to where we can get out here and cut a good size hole in our area, and we're getting ready to step on the lake right now. We're going to get set up, put the spear in Jordan's hands, and hopefully we can have some luck this year.
Keith likes to spear in fairly shallow water or near some sort of structure. Today we're setting up right on a steep break in an area we were hoping the fish could see our decoy both from the shallows and from the deep water.
What we're doing here, I've learned from experience, always check out what's underneath you before you take the time to cut your large spearing hole. It's one of the advantages of having one of these underwater cameras. First hole I drilled was in about 5 foot of water. This one's handy and has depth right on the cable, so we're in about 10 foot right here. So matter of, I don't know, 20 feet maybe. It goes from 5 to 10 foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up right in between these two holes and try to get in that 6 to 8 feet area. And there's a few weeds on the bottom here, not much, but a few. And so now we've kind of found our spot for our spearing shack. We're going to drill some tip-up holes, get those in the water, and then come cut the big hole and get the spear in Jordan's hands.
After getting our tip-up set and cutting our spearing hole, it was now time to wait. Pike spearing, like many other outdoor sports, requires hours of waiting for sometimes just a few seconds of action. Well, it's about 3:30. We're coming into prime time pike spearing, we hope. We've been on the ice for about 4 hours and have yet to have a flag or a fish in the hole, so it's been pretty slow. The water's slowly getting more and more murky, so we're not sure if that's going to help or hurt us. So we're hoping that we're coming right into the best stretch here. Hopefully we can get a fish in. We've yet to see one or have a flag go up, so we're going to sit tight. We're riding this thing out till dark. Finally, after hours of staring into a small hole in the ice, we are about to have some action with exactly the kind of fish we were looking for.
Oh, right here. Big one. Careful, it's right here. Right here. He's right there. Big fish. See him?
Okay, yeah. I don't have a real good shot of him.
Okay, just keep him on here.
That's a good fish.
Tell me when you got him.
He's not showing up real good.
The fish hung up just outside of our hole, about 6 feet down, and wouldn't quite commit to our decoy. But with time running out, we decided it was now or never.
You got him.
Dip that spear more right over the top of him so you're not throwing at an angle. And go straight down right behind the head. Hit him. Dude, that's a hog. You missed him.
Oh, no.
Dude, that was a freaking 40-inch fish.
How'd I miss him?
Brown. That was a 40-inch northern.
Oh, my. How'd I miss him? I thought I was right on top of him.
He was pushing 40.
Oh, my God. We've been sitting here for hours without a tip-up going out, without seeing a fish. I thought I had a perfect line on him. I was right on top of him. That's exactly what we've been waiting for.
Now, why aren't we showing you a picture of Jordan with a huge pike, you ask? Well, fortunately, I just can't rib him too bad. It looked like the fish just got out of the way of the spear just before it had hit him, and we kind of reviewed the footage, and like I said, I can't rib Jordan too bad because there's really nothing I can see that he could have really done differently. It's just sometimes, that's the breaks, and it looks like these fish are holding at about 5-6 feet down, and it looks like the spear's running true all the way down to them. It just like with any of these hunting sports, that kind of stuff happens. Main thing is we've had a great time in the shanty today, laughing, just having a good time, enjoying the outdoors. So when the day is done, it's not always about how big the fish is or getting the fish on the ice. Kind of the main thing is you go out and have fun with your buddies, and I can, if Jordan doesn't redeem himself, this is something that I'll never let him live down. So I put him on the fish. My job is done here.
I was heartbroken. Nearly 30 hours in the spearing shed waiting for that fish, only to miss him by fractions of an inch. The only good news is, it was a clean miss, and who knows, maybe I'll get another chance at him down the road. My miss seemed to be right on cue with the rest of Keith's season.
Well, this season has been really, really good and really, really bad, all wrapped into one. We've had several opportunities at some really big fish. And unfortunately, those opportunities have been squandered by the folks that have been throwing the spear. Of course, you all seen Jordan kind of miss a good one, and last week I had my daughter out here. She's been trying for a few years now to spear her first pike, and in the last 2 minutes of our sit, we had a real dandy come in, and she kind of just got pike fever, and it'll happen. You wait so long to see these fish, and when they do appear, it's like a ghost sometimes, and you just get shook up, and she missed. And we've had some great success though on the pike killer lures on the tip ups. I took a young guy out on a guided trip. He ended up with a 37.5-inch 12-pound fish on a tip up. So the tip up bite has been pretty good, but seeing and missing all these big fish, that's what's been getting us back out here quite a bit.
There are very few Michiganders who spend as much time on the ice chasing pike as Keith, and as always, we'd like to thank him for letting us tag along. Although we missed out on a golden opportunity today, it was still a great day on the hard water here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
You know, one thing I think is true about all bow hunters is we just can't get enough. We can't wait till the season starts, and we always want to check out any new technology that's out there and available. And that's exactly what happened in this next story. A couple of weeks back, MJC Archery in Macomb Township was the site of an exciting new event. Michigan-made G5 was holding the first of its kind primetime event aimed at getting people to spend some time exploring their products in a very hands-on kind of way. They have more events planned for Michigan and the rest of the country later this year. I caught up with G5's Dave Hawkey to hear more about it.
What everybody's out here for is just to try all of the different prime bows that we have new this year. We have the Impact, we have the Defy, and the One that are new this year, and we also have the Centroid and the Shift. But it's really all about fun. It's, it's February, it's cold, there's really not much to do, so we really wanted to create an environment where people could come and experience our bows and have something to eat and really just talk about archery and have a good time. G5, we have G5, we have Prime, and we have Quest, and we're in Memphis, Michigan. And one thing that a lot of people don't understand is everything is made in Michigan. There's nothing made over in China. There's nothing that's that we get back and we do our little things too. Everything is made in Memphis, Michigan. Prime, it's all about accuracy. This bow is so accurate, and it's a parallel cam technology that Nate Grace came up with, which is all about knock travel. And so when somebody buys a Prime, they want the most accurate bow on the planet.
A lot of people believe that bow is the G5 Prime. Lou Grace is the owner and founder of G5 Outdoors and explained how he got into the industry.
My dad actually started a business in 1966 called Grace Engineering. And what we did is we made their components for computer printers, for medical parts and things like that. And so for the first 35 years, we made very precision parts for other companies. So that's when we decided to start G5, because I had an interest in archery and being in manufacturing and as an engineer, I realized the equipment that I was using, I felt, it could have been made better, and I could probably have made or had a little better experiences out in the field if the equipment was a little better. But that's where the G5 came from. I have 5 kids, and 5 is a biblical number for grace, and that's our last name, is Grace. So that's where the G5 came from.
It's pretty neat to hear how strong the family ties are in this Michigan-made company. So the folks here at today's event were trying out the new technology with all the new bows G5 has to offer, with a big incentive to shoot well.
So basically, you come in, you can try any of the bows you want. And then you call out, we're going to give you 3 arrows to shoot. And if you Robin Hood one of the arrows, they have to be sticking together. We were going to give you $1,000 towards a new Prime bow.
Nice. And you get to practice with that bow before
You get to practice, you get to take as many shots as you like. You can try the Impact, you can try the Defy and the One, whatever ones you want to try, because we want to put bows in people's hands. We really want them trying all of them.
What just happened?
Robin Hood at the wrong time.
Oh, you didn't call your shot?
Nope, didn't call my shot.
Well, that's pretty sweet, though. You know how to do it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just gotta do it again, right? Easy.
Hopefully. I'll have to call my next 3 shots after this, yeah.
What's your name?
Ted.
Ted?
Yep.
Cool.
Gotta be the bow, right? Yeah.
So it can be done.
That's how you do it.
Young and old alike were here today at the Primetime event to try their hands at shooting one of the latest and greatest bows available. Jim Morrow, owner of MJC Archery here, says that today's event is a great idea.
Well, it's been great to see G5 grow over the years. They started out little company with this one broadhead, and they've designed a bunch of new stuff. They've designed a bunch of bows for other companies as well, and they've really grown leaps and bounds. They came out with their Quest line first, and now they've come out with this Prime line, and this thing is just awesome. And today, we're doing this show, along with G5 called Primetime, and it's been a great success. We've had a few hundred people come through the door, and it's just been awesome. Everybody's trying out bows, and we've also managed to sell a few today. So I think it's great. G5 is a Michigan-based company, and we like to support those Michigan-based companies. It's a great day for everybody to come out and gather together as hunters and shooters and stuff, and to have a great time.
As we mentioned, there will be a few more G5 primetime events across Michigan this spring and eventually across the country. We'll keep you posted as they come up. Today was a fun way for archery lovers and novices to try some new equipment, check out a new technology, and talk about the upcoming bow season. After all, it's just a few short months away.
Well, most sportsmen around the state know we have to do whatever we can to get kids interested and excited in the outdoor sports. Well, our friends at MUCC recently shot a story and shared it with us about one of their clubs that's doing exactly that.
Well, it started out, and we have a pavilion out in back of the clubhouse, and a couple of the guys got together, and Bob Sattler and Jim Waters, and decided to start an archery league, and they put visqueen over all the walls and put a portable heater there and put some bales of straw up and started shooting, with a few kids and a few adults, and it just, escalated from that. And the pavilion finally got a furnace out there, got some decent backstops. The program got oversized for out there, and it was cold in the wintertime, and even with a heater going. And so plans, they just talked about building a building. This 40 by 100, and several different options was discussed and come up with this. They did several fundraisers to raise money for this, and the building was put up by all volunteers and a lot of donations, a lot of hard work, and finally it came about. Somebody's dream came about. So when this program started out in 1998, it had 15 students go through, and it's just escalated to where we are today of 168 kids, and we don't like turning anybody down, but there gets to be a point where you can only handle so many.
And it's a youth archery program. We have Friday groups. We have 2 groups on Friday, we got 3 on Saturday, and then we have a small 4-H group on Sunday out here. And right now, like last year, we had just a little over 200 kids through all 3 sessions, and now we're well over 200 kids out here for all 3 of them. The 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But tomorrow, we got 168 tomorrow. We have over 90 5-yarders, beginners, and they range anywhere from 4 years old on up to 18, or while they're in school. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have adult leagues out here. 3D, animal targets, spot targets, whatever they want to shoot.
How come you like this?
Well, my sisters used to do it because my dad likes shooting and stuff. And so I just joined because I thought it would be fun to do.
Is it fun to do?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun?
Mm-hmm.
So you're all the way back on the 10-yard line. Does that mean you qualified at the 5-yard line already?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Go right ahead and shoot.
Thanks.
It teaches our kids self-control. It teaches them to think before they act. Teaches them to wait their turn, and they learn a lot of different things down here. Respect for the bows and using weapons of that sort.
How excited are you kids?
They're very excited. They look forward to it. We get to come from January through April, and so it's like the highlight of the year for some of us.
When I first started, I do remember the first arrow I ever shot was a 10-point arrow, but it hit the 10-point bullseye. But I've gotten better since then, except that the further I move back, the more difficult it gets. So,
what have you learned?
Learned how to stand, what posture to hold, and how to just shoot the arrow. I'd never shot a bow before, so.
So you really enjoy this?
I love archery.
It's a family-oriented organization. We have the, youth trap league, and they've gone up into the state ranks. The youth archery programs has been real successful. Every year, like I said, the archery program has escalated through the years along the adults, along with the children, and it just seems to get, they say, bigger and bigger every year. And next year, you wonder, what it's going to be like. And right off the bat, we outgrew the first year in this building. We outgrew it. So, yeah, that's a good thing. Is right.
You guys shoot?
I shot a 45, I think.
Just a 45 or a 145?
Total, I haven't added it up yet.
Oh, okay.
Look at that! Look at that!
Thanks for watching the show, everybody, this week. And if you missed part of this week's show, maybe last week's show, you want to see what we've been up to, you can always check out our website at michiganoutofdoorstv.com. We have full episodes of the show there and lots of fun stuff. And we're also on Facebook. If you'd like to check us out there, we're on there letting you know what's going on as we try to bring you a brand new episode of Michigan Out of Doors to you every week of the year. Thanks so much for joining us this week, and hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Zimmer Roofing and Construction in Port Huron, featuring Duralast roofing systems made in Michigan. Zimmer Roofing and Construction provides installation, maintenance, service, and repair, serving commercial and residential clients on the web at zimmerroofing.com. By Showspan, producing consumer shows that include the Ultimate Sports Show in Grand Rapids. Over 350 exhibitors, outdoor gear, boats, seminars, Lake Ultimate, and Big Buck Night. The Ultimate Sports Show at the DeVos Place in Grand Rapids. By Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas energy in homes, farms, and businesses across our great state. Learn more at usemichiganpropane.com. By Meijer, a destination for hunting, fishing, and camping. From bug spray and tents to GPS and gas, Meijer has nearly everything you need to take on nature and get you there. Meijer. Closed captioning is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas to outdoor enthusiasts across our great state.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man.
Dip that spear more over the top of him so you're not throwing at an angle.
White-tailed deer in the tall pine tree. I am a Michigan man.
I missed him. Oh, no. Dude, that was a freaking 40-inch fish.